Welcome, Tarot, my love, for our morning quickies here just after dawn on the beach. Thanks for joining me. Very special edition. It's on the beach. It's special. Thank you. I was just thinking before I fired up. So still and quiet. I think you can hear me okay because I'm a Virgo rising. I really like to raise my voice. It's hard for me to raise my voice. Like I'll be at a drive-in back when I was in America and be like, "What?" And I'll be like, I say exact same tone. After 3 times, my friends would be like, "Speak up, Dave." I am speaking up. Rising sign gets stronger as you get older. Trust me, I'm older. So I was thinking too, it was a very Sagittarius thought when I was on the way over here that, it was a decision. I was like, okay, well, it'll either be to the demise or to the evolution. And I'm like, well, shit, I only believe in the evolution. There's how ninth house Sagittarian belief comes in handy. And belief systems can change everything in an instant. And I've had that experience several times with a near-death experience. Other experience with entheogenic healing, if you guys know that one. Okay, Aries, here we go. This is for the 20th of April. A sip of coffee. In the name of light and love, only so as serves the greatest good, what can Spirit tell us today about love and relationships? Going to be helpful to all our friends. And we're going to start with Aries. We're going to pull through. We're going to pull through the deck here, guys. It's okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking this 3 cards. Past, present, future. Get a lot of 3 cards. Here we go, Aries. What we got for Aries? 5 of Pentacles. Well, I'll call that a slow start, Aries. Off to a slow start. Oh, you can see that in the light. Okay. It'll get a little better when the sun comes up here. That's kind of how I feel this morning, too. Slow start, not a lot of energy. And a daily reading like this doesn't have to mean, a chronic lack mentality or anything. Could mean in terms of love and relationship right now is a little bit of that feeling. And whatever you're watching a tarot reading, Aries, that in some way it's not measuring up. Something like this. You're not quite feeling good enough. You're not kind of feeling up to it. Let's see if this helps us here in the moon. So yeah, I kind of feel it. I don't know. I'm talking like it's like I don't know. I really don't know. That's not Aries energy either, too. I mean, so I think like this 5 of Pentacles energy, Aries. Your blah, call it the blah energy here. Is the moon is something in the mind, about relationships. Let's go there. And something that is hidden from you, but probably about yourself. And so this is the trick. It's like maybe it's hard to. You just have this feeling. This is your reading. It's a little bit of like when you hear this, you go, "Oh yeah, it's kind of it." But even now, it's like nothing's like popping to your mind. Like, what is this like thing that's hidden from me with this moon? It's kind of making me down. Kind of. I get this feeling, guys. It's kind of a theory I've developed. Is kind of like a spiritual anesthesia. When I look back at my life, and it just seems like so much pain and everything. But there were times where I was kind of zoned out. Not on drugs or anything, just kind of like energetically just shut down. I remember just not wanting to get out of bed, and you could call it depression. Um, but sometimes this is, I think, when work's being done. And it's like spirit's trying to slow you down to get you into the groove. It's like merging into traffic or something, no? So I want to see here with this next pull, um, what's going on? What is it that you don't see here? Star. Well, literally, you don't see hope. So uh, it goes back kind of a little bit what I was saying here and in the introduction to today's reading. You go forward, and I mean, either it's going to be to your demise or your evolution. And I I just don't believe in my demise. I only believe in my evolution. So this is focusing on hopes, dreams, and wishes. Right, Diaz? Okay, guys. There's with our hopes, dreams, and wishes also comes our fears. And then one of the big fears is that we're not good enough to get what we really want. And this is what's hidden from you. So, very most likely, you are good enough to get what you want. That's the reality. Aries, thank you. And like, share, subscribe helps a lot. I really appreciate it. Like's easy. It's good karma. So we're on the 20th here with Taurus on April 2021. And I get a sip of coffee on the beach here. I just passed dawn. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're still sleeping, but if you're an early riser, have a cup of coffee with me. I'm going to do this quick reading here. In the name of light and love, so it serves the greatest good spirit. Can you help us? Love and relationship for our Taurus friends. Hollow bone. Page of Cups. This is you. This is your energy right now today, the 20th of April, in and around relationships, Taurus, how you're feeling. It could be a younger Taurus. If not, you're feeling younger, feeling a little perky, you're feeling some interest in someone, you're wanting to give your cup. But this is facing away from the read, too, towards the past. In a daily read, I see this past position is just here. It's in a relationship reading. It's your energy in and around relationship. Same as in the number 1 card in the heart spread for couples, okay? And in the number 2 card, same meaning. So, who do you want to give your cup of love to? Now, a Page of Cups is like you just want to tell someone, I love you. I don't know. You could be someone that has trouble telling someone I love you, basically the other way, but maybe not. Maybe for some reason you want to tell someone, but you're not, Taurus. Let's see what we get here. And 7 of Pentacles. Wow, that's a beautiful 7 of Pentacles. So the Page of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. This is you, kind of how you're feeling about relationships. And this is kind of what's on your mind specifically about the relationship here, like the questions. 7 of Pentacles. That's a great 7 of Pentacles. It really, to me, it captures some of these cards. They vary my prejudices, I guess, about the tarot, but wow, I've learned. But see, he's inspecting his crops. He's like looking at. He's like, okay, wow, that was 3 months of hot labor in the sun. I really get my money's worth out of this. What kind of crop have I got here? And I was saying, like, what's kind of preventing you from offering your cup? And you're assessing. This is a card of assessment, a very realistic assessment, This is like a earth sign, nuts and bolts assessment here. If you're a strong water sign, I have a lot of that energy, strong fire sign, you may assess things a little differently. Not even in terms of just saying in money, but like this is values. This is in the single spread, by the way, which you could take a look at maybe. It's already up for the 3rd week of April. And today I'll be doing for Taurus both the heart spread and the single spread. But you have lifestyle core values. This is lifestyle core value stuff here. So it's like this Page of Cups. You really want to offer your love, but you kind of, maybe there's some reason you're examining this person. Let's get an idea of what you're examining here. The world. Wow. Okay. The reason why you're examining things is because you're really concerned that you measure up. And that explains why this is looking that way, away from the reading, away from you. It's almost like you don't feel good enough for this person, Taurus. That's That's amazing. Um, but I think that your assessment is rather realistic, you know. And I think maybe you understand that you are good enough after you really did look at it kind of close, and you looked at some nuts and bolts stuff about it, right? Like nuts and bolts. Let me be clear. You want children, they don't. They want children, you don't. You want to live in the city, they don't. They want to live in the country. You want an active lifestyle out every day. They want to be quiet, peaceful at home. Um, and I don't know if you're going to take this relationship, Taurus, but I think you even understand now. You definitely deserve it. And it will represent some kind of completion for you. Maybe this is someone you manifested. This is one of those relationships where together you're stronger than you are apart, Taurus. I hope so. Thank you, Taurus, for joining us. Like, share, subscribe. It helps a lot. Appreciate it, guys. Gemini, for the 20th of April, 2021. A year that will surely live in infamy. My thought for today, in case you just watch your reading, is whatever decision we make, either be to our demise or to our evolution. And I only believe in my evolution. So it's almost like nothing can go wrong. I hate to say that because some people aren't saying, you don't want to give them a match and say, have at it. But once you kind of understand, it's like, you know, if you, there's no mistakes. See what's going on. Gemini friends. Ten of Cups, there's no mistakes. Ten of Cups. You in and around relationships. Now, either you are wildly imaginative or you are in a relationship, Ten of Cups relationship. Feel like you are. And what a beautiful Ten of Cups, too. I mean, my God. Who doesn't want that, you know? Unless you're watching a love reading, Gemini. Where do you go from there? What's your question here, guys? Four Cups. Okay, I'll bite. You went from the Ten of Cups to the Four Cups. That's like slamming on the brakes so fast that if your seatbelt's not on, you'd go through the windshield. The fuck? Because I kind of see this as you. Guys. Is that your partner? I would be bitter if you're at Ten of Cups and they're like, good. Maybe you say, I love you, and they go, what's for dinner? I'm clarifying this. Two of Wands. Okay, I give up. Yeah. Clearly, either you don't know or they don't know. Like you're feeling like this tenant. This is you in and around relationships. I don't know. Are you just kind of feeling like this? Like you're ready? But you're just haven't found anyone you're interested in and you're still looking. That guy's looking. Look at this guy. I mean, you can't be more looking than that in a tarot card. It's almost like changes a meaning here of the Two of Wands, you know? Instead of like actions and directions, almost like you're looking for direction here. But um, be sure that Two of Wands is action. So you're having trouble deciding because you're not really feeling it, you know? I think you want love, but you're just not finding it, guys. Just not finding it. And I'm going to go with that, Gemini. You're looking for love. You're really ready. You're like, right, girl. Guy, girl, either way, you're right. You're ready. You're ready for babies if that's what you want, man. You're not feeling. Let's see. And we can get some help here pulling through with outcome. King of Wands. So this is definitely your person. Definitely a fire sign. Definitely, if not older, someone who's mature. Gemini, someone who's confident. You're going to know this person. You didn't even watch a singles reading. No, watch a singles reading. Be tomorrow for May. It's already up for this week of April if you want to watch it. Look below. But somebody, if not mature and aged and mature, you know, in their mind, and people would say of them they're a mature, younger person. It's probably someone past their first Saturn return here, Gemini. Someone that's going to be dominant, and I don't see this. If you look at his face, you know, they're not. It's kind of a doughboy. Does look kind of young for a king, no, like a young king. Um, but there's someone that's gonna. I think what you want is to be swept off your feet. Okay, that's the girls reading. Fuck me, I could be a guy's reading. But anyway, divine feminine energy of receptivity. Okay, but you haven't. No one's done it. You've been looking. You've been wanting it, but it hasn't happened. This one's coming. Okay, and they're going to sweep you off your feet. You know, you may see them more as a knight of wands by the time they grab you by the waist and sweep you up onto the back of their horse, their steed. Right, guys? Seriously, Gemini. That was a good reading. Thank you. All right, Cancer. What do we got for you guys on the 20th of April in the year 2021, which will be infamous, trust me. All right, love and relationships. So it serves greatest good. What can we say for our Cancers? I had a kick-ass reading yesterday. I remember that. What can we say, Spirit's helpful here, seriously, for our Cancer friends? Love and relationship. Seven of Cups. Wow, it's tough. So Seven of Cups in this deck. Look at it. Illusions, delusions, self-doubt. Yeah, could be a lot of options. But look at this card. It's not, with the dragon. I mean, he's got the mask and holding on to it, and um, you know, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. So, a very different energy. But the thing about the Seven of Cups is very most likely you do have options. You might not have seven options. With the Seven of Cups, you may not have the options you think that you have because it often is emotionally feeling like you have options, which in itself can be good because uh, better to feel like we have options than to feel like we don't have options. Anyone that has children, this I think a basic. Never had children, but I've read books. Basic tenet: try to give them options. Would you like to have the cornflakes or the cocoa pops? uh, Maybe that kind of energy. Trying to find the bright side here, and you can move out of the Seven of Cups pretty easily too. Simply just kind of pick up one of those cups and focus on it. Make a judgment. Okay, so this is something about yourself. That's all. You know, looking around at your projecting, your animus or your anima out into the world in needing to look inside and probably around relationships and just it's not like a judgment like karma is going to get you. It's like your angels want to go like, oh honey, oh, it's okay, what do you really want, come on, what's really on your heart? Like, I good exercise, it's just sit down and have a glass of wine and get stoned if you have to, meditate, get yourself in a good place, and just let yourself think like, what would I do if I actually won the lottery for this insane amount of money? And just breathe into it for a minute, and you kind of can discover kind of what you really want because then you're like totally free. Now you're still restrained by your own, self doubt and things like that, but it kind of opens up the world in a way. Maybe help you need to like focus on what you really love, what you really want. What is your purpose in life? That's how you're going to cut through the Seven of Cups fog here and decide, which is the one for you. And this may involve a person too. I mean, relationships, mirror, soul growth, work, working together always, no accidents. So let's see what we got with your person in the Eight of Wands. Maybe as soon as you watch this reading, something opens up. I feel like this. Look at this woman, out of her chest here, out of her chest. Just something opens up. Look, to meditating and just thinking about what is it that I want? What is it that I love? Not what I think someone wants me to want, what society wants me to want, what do I want from a man, from a woman? What really makes me feel good, you know, to do, to think about. What do I care about? And when you do that, there's this amazing release of energy, and it's like all that comes out of you is good. The Eight of Wands, very positive outpouring of energy. I think it just opens you up, and this is where you may see that person come in, who would likely then be a fire sign coming in to your life, Gemini. May somehow facilitate this, lover or not. Okay, Cancer, I mean, Gemini, Cancer. Okay, Cancers, thank you. Now we're going to do Leo. This is for the 20th of April. We're here on the beach. The sun's just coming up. Doing the quickies for our Leo friends here. And you're coming in with the Two of Swords to start out with. So the Two of Swords, you know, I always look at that very simply as I just don't know what to do. And then you can talk about the heart is crossed and mind over heart decisions and heart over mind. And when you're in the Two of Swords, it's just like, I don't know, turn the light off and close the door, leave them alone. Sit a minute. It's really uncomfortable to be in, and it's going to be around a relationship, probably because of fighting and bickering, you know. So this is kind of shutting down. You know, there's maybe been this bickering, and you know, it doesn't even have to be fighting and bickering. The Five of Wands, wands are actions. You know, it's Mars square Sun and Sinistry. I'm an astrologer, and I know that one. And it's just like little things that the other person does can bug you, and it ends up, it can be a cumulative effect with this, and there's an underlying problem, you know, where you're kind of feeling, as you interact with each other over a period of time, you feel drained and kind of tense and uptight, and then you just shut down. Like now this is where you're at now. This too is like just kind of protection. It's like, I just need to, I can't do this right now. It's like something's happening and you're like, look, I'm sorry. I can't deal with this right now. I need to be alone. I need a minute, you know? And most people respect that, right? Generally, they're like, okay. So what's going on with you guys, Leo? That's my question here. Knight of Pentacles. So, Leos, Knight of Pentacles, and this is looking at you in the reading here. I do see this as your person, but I don't exactly see them as your lover, or like you're living with them. I don't know why, I just don't. Partly it's the Knight of Pentacles. But look at this knight, you know, the look on his face. Worldly wise, like calm, totally a Knight of Pentacles, self-contained, patient, indomitable, you know. And I think this is someone's going to be there for you. And maybe they're already there for you. Probably an earth sign. Maybe a Virgo. And maybe they've been there for a while. And this person you can trust. So you may need a little time, like Five of Wands here. I'm going to read maybe 5 months or something more of just sort of having like a timeout. It could be a timeout from this person, but if it is from your person, then they're a very patient person, and they're holding space for you. This could be the energy of they're holding space for you, or they're really there for you. I mean, like if you run out of gas, they're going to come and fill up your car. You know, if you break down, they're going to be there. They're going to leave work, so I got to go. They're going to be there 10 minutes and help you. So, I think that's where this is, Leo. So look to the May readings coming up later in the week, on Wednesdays, tomorrow. No, today it won't be Wednesday. I'm sorry, we're going to do one a day. So it will be Friday. You'll see your reading for May. We already have this week of April. I look at the singles, the four pillars, and I look at the couples heart spread both. I think you might get more advice for what's going on here. You know, in one of those, then let me know. And thank you, Leo's like, appreciate it. Um, Helps a lot. And now we're going to do Virgo, favorite sign. I have to say that's in the contract. We're reading through the deck Virgo here on April 20th, 2021, a year that will surely live in infamy. And let's see what we get for our Virgo friends here. King of Cups, yeah, I'm glad. Shows up every day. The King of Cups. I call him like, look at that's the Jim Morrison King, you know, with the wine glass. That is like that is the most laid back king ever, or the dude. I always think of the dude. Now what you thinking with Virgo? Sorry, Virgo. But this is like the not uptight king. You know, he ain't really worried too much if the place ain't all that clean and tidy. He ain't uptight about what you say and do. Basically, I mean, he's going to be as lenient as a king can be. You know, you don't want to dick with a king. You know, that's not going to end well. But it's bringing out that side of yourself, Virgo. That's more emotional. That's very mature and responsible. You don't have to. Not ashamed. Very emotional, available, emotional intelligence. You know, showing a side of yourself that, like you're channeling that part of yourself. And this is around love and relationships. So it's great energy to be in for love and relationships. You know. And then what do you got right now? Why are you watching a reading? There's a Seven of Swords energy going on with you. Well, pissing my Wheaties. Damn. Um, Now I said the King of Cups is a pretty mellow king. But if some little thief sneaks in and steals a bunch of swords, not going to end well for the thief. And say what you want about Seven of Swords. In this position, it's not strategic thinking. There's something going on. It's either you, and you would know that. Um, Usually, we're watching a reading. If you're cross watching, well, take it as it resonates. But it implies to me, too, here something is going on. I'm going to say that something is going on. This kind of a leap here. I don't need to clarify that. You kind of know what's going on, even if you don't know exactly. The Hierophant. There's a lot at stake here, though. There's more. I said you know what's going on. You don't. You might know, like Virgo, you might know the details, but you don't know the big picture of what's going on here. And I don't know exactly what it is. Quickie read. You might get some insight, Virgo, from Saturday will be the May read, but this week's already up for April. But you might get some insight here. But this Emperor, too, is very Chinese looking. Brings in this whole Eastern influence over it here. And this Hierophant, I mean, kind of has the feeling like there's somehow marriage or long term commitment involved, you know? And maybe this commitment and long term, whatever it is, maybe you kind of knew about it and you were being like the King of Cups and trying to be cool about it. Everything else was good. Um, but maybe, you know, you got a little serious as you got into it. And now you're suspicious, you know, that they're not going to, end this marriage or that there's maybe more going on. I definitely have a sense that there is more going on than you know, but not necessarily a bad sense. It's just that there's levels to it, higher levels to it. Um, Something that may involve when people divorce, insurance can change. The children's insurance could change. These kind of things having to do with the Hierophant here, guys. Um, so I think that's what's going on with your person, Virgo. Thank you, guys. And now we're going to go to our Libra friends here on the 20th of April. Thanks for joining us on the beach for the quickies here. And now it's the coffee. It is early morning, just past dawn Here you are, Libra, with the Magician. This is a great card to come out and shoot with. 20th of April 2021, you're showing up as the Magician. In terms of love and relationship, it's a little bit of a wide open energy. It's also the manifester, someone that's trying to get control of a situation. Someone that, generally speaking, wants to take control, using all your resources in terms of love. It, it could be beyond manifestation, even some kind of trying to influence outcome, which you could call magic or witchcraft. No judgment for that, but that's kind of what that comes in with. Um, good energy come in a relationship with, I think you're definitely trying to manifest something here. Queen of Wands. And being that this is manifesting something, and this is the Queen of Wands, I gotta say a fire sign and someone who's mature. And this is a kind of mellow Queen of Wands, too, Um, a little bit of a laid back, really laid back King of Cups we were just talking about. This is a kind of laid back Queen of Wands. So someone that's a fire sign, Aries or Leo or Sag, um, but is not in your face about it, not too out there. This, I just realized, this has the lions on it, maybe a Leo, more energy. And Leos are the most grounded fire signs, so that makes sense that would be Leo. I'll find. Um, and I get the feeling like they're kind of intrigued with you. It's like you're almost calling them in, and just everything about them, with the way they're sitting back and the cat. Look at that, the sunflower. It's like you've maybe rung their bell, and they're sitting there now, Libra, and they're like, you got their picture, like, the way she's looking like, what did you say? Who are you? Let's see what's going to happen from this. Death. Can't make it up when you pull through. Um, in a quick reading like this, Libra, honestly, you can look at this week's read for the singles and couples. Both could apply. The singles, four pillars, and the couples is the heart spread reading. But it looks like it's going to end, I would say, simply, um, with this. And, I get the feeling like that's okay. It's like you're sort of like, it's like you're pinging. You're pinging. And you're sort of like, with this one, you're like, even, I get the feeling like they kind of like, they were almost, but not. But you're not worried about it because you're pinging, like, for the right one. And so they're like, you let it go. And this, now that you see it doesn't work, like a scientist, there are no failures. There's only experiments with a positive and negative outcome. You had a negative outcome that confirmed your uh, hypothesis that you have to continue looking, continue pinging, you know, um, to get what you want, Libra. So thank you, Libras, and continue pinging, guys. Like, appreciate it, helps a lot. Subscribe, appreciate all the subscribers. Want to get to 1,000 so we can do this live and it'd be more fun. Scorpios, April 20th, 2021. A cup of coffee here. We're doing the quickies here. Love and relationships. So it serves the greatest good, Spirit. Can you give us guidance for our Scorpio friends? Pulling through the deck, guys. Page of Swords. I love this Page of Swords. Not like the creepy page from the Gilded Royale. This is your energy in and around relationships, how you're feeling right now about relationships. When I see the Page of Swords here, I think like you either have a question or you have a statement. It's like, or, I'm going to tell you something about love and relationship. It could be something you want to ask a person, say to a person, something you want to find out about a person, you know. Okay, let's see where you're at right now. Wow. Okay, I'll go here. We'll do this. Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Now it's important. The daily reading for the 20th of April. And Scorpio, your May won't be up till next week. You got this week for the singles and couples. This sounds like a heart spread, someone that's on your mind. You know, there's someone very specific. This is you. You know, you want to ask them a question. You want to get to know them. You want to break the ice. And this is really right now. It's like you're really doing. I don't think this is them. Um, Maybe you're just really doing it right now because this is like uh, this. What I just said. Big exclamation point. Big exclamation point. Think of that sword. It's an enormous exclamation point. What the fuck do you want to ask? And you may just want to say too with that Ace of Swords. You're like bringing it down. That's like if you're asking something, it's like, "What's her name, bitch?" You bring the sword down on them. I hate to say it, but yeah, Ace of Swords can be kind of harsh, you know. Page of Swords, you know, that's a question, you know. But with the Ace of Swords, it's like, no, it's a serious question. You not ask somebody what they had for breakfast. The Three of Wands. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This isn't going out the door here, guys. Jesus, Scorpio. This is like, you know, kind of like I said. You know, this is like, you know, and you know what? I don't even give a crap what her name is. Slam, and then there you go. Actions. You're taking your actions to move away and look for something else. You know, this is a Three of Wands here too, where this guy, like the Two of Wands in this deck, he's really looking, man. It's like, so to me, it's like when you go away from this, like you're really going away. Like you're gonna open the door and you're to the whole world. You're gonna go, holy shit! And this is just this is gone, Scorpio. You know, forgotten pretty quick, and that's a big world out there to explore. Thank you, Scorpios, Sagittarius, my brothers and sisters, Sad Sun, Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury here. Full disclosure. What do we got for our Sag? In the name of light and love, so it serves the greatest good here on April 20th for this quickie read, love and relationship spirit. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Well, that's damn good energy to have around love and relationships. You know, it's the season here. We're going into Taurus season now. So gardening, you know, coming outside, enjoying nature, all of that. And this is feeling really good. Um, you know, Nine of Pentacles. Standing in your own power. This is the energy of not really wanting a relationship, being okay on your own, that kind of thing. I've heard about it. No, you're just like mind your own business. You could be single for a while. You're not out reading about soulmates all the time, that kind of thing. And followed by the Fool. Um, but here you are watching the tarot reading, Sagittarius. Huh? You're watching tarot reading. That's the Fool. So, you know, this too could be the energy, because I'm sad. This is kind of like, you know, I hate to say the word COVID, the faux apocalypse, I call it. Oh my God. But you've been bound up for a while. You know, this keeps saying, like Sagittarius horse, people want to put a yoke on us and ride us and make us plow the fields, and we do it, mostly. But then the horse just has enough, and the horse breaks free. Yeah, the Fool starts the Fool's journey. You want a fresh start, man. You're feeling stale. You're okay, you know, doing okay. This classic Sagittarius. If you were a Taurus, you'd be just eating grass and happy and smiling in the sunlight, and you wouldn't even want to. You wouldn't even test the fence, because why? You got grass here. It's beautiful. You don't need to go anywhere. Mm-mm. Sagittarius, horse. You want to go. You want to roam. The Fool. Let's see where you're going. You're going towards the Queen of Swords, guys. It's love reading. Air sign. Mature person. responsible person. Doesn't have to be a female, man or woman. A little bit of difference between the Queen of Swords and a little less dominant than the King of Swords, maybe a little less verbally aggressive, that kind of thing. A little mellower energy to the Queen of Swords, but very much could be an Aquarius, could be an air sign, someone air prominent in the chart, someone that speaks their mind, that stands out. You know, to the point where, like, depending on you with this Nine of Pentacles, well, you're sad, you can usually roll with this. They may embarrass some people, they speak their mind so much. Very outspoken, even can have a little bit louder than normal voice. A little more like commanding voice, even too, someone like this. And air signs are generally speaking good for fire signs. So good on you, Sag, you fool bastards, you. This should be our card. Where the hell did they get temperance from? I've never met a Sagittarius yet that's temperate. Thanks, guys. Capricorns for April 20th, 2021, a year that will surely live in infamy. We're doing your morning quickie read in the name of light and love, so it serves the greatest good here. What can Spirit tell us for our Capricorn friends and love and relationship? Ace of Wands. Wow. Ace of Wands is like they shoot the gun and your feet are in those traction things. You just pop out of there, but in love. And it's also, you know, nipples hard, penis hard. This is what I'm getting, Capricorns. This is like you're really fired up about someone, but this is kind of you, just has your energy is in and around relationship. I mean, it sounds like a new relationship because you kind of, this is maybe how you should be when it's new. I mean, if you're not like this when it's new, what's it going to be like when you're married for 5 years, right? But I don't know how you could even watch a tarot reading, you know? It'd be like so, it's kind of happy too. It's Ace of Wands. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Man, it's good. It's really good. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Jesus Christ. I think it's probably your person. Uh, it the answer is yes. If there's a question, the answer is yes. Do they share your passion? Yes. Will this, like, okay, you're just so, it's so sexual and it's such a turn on, and it's like maybe you're used to that, maybe you're not, and you're wondering, I don't know, this could be just like some Mars Uranus shit in synastry that just can't last. I don't know. No, no, it's good. It's good. It's good to make a beginning. They're meeting your energy too with some kind of solid energy. Um, they literally here, Capricorn, um, could be meeting you. You know, you may have a fire Mars, a Sagittarius Mars or something. You know, your Cap could well be. It's not possible to have a Aries Mars even. And they're coming in with some Earth energy, something solid, you know? Nice balance, nice dynamic. Where does this go, guys? What the fucking tower? Universe. Ah, wow. Clarifying the tower. Holy shit, guys. Okay. Capricorn. Wow. You guys are going to bring the tower down. Look at this fist here. The tower comes first. I hold it rightly. So the tower comes first here. And then you get your Four of Wands. Something has to come down so that you guys can build. Four of Wands is building a relationship, building a long-term relationship together. Um, but something has to come down, and it sounds like another relationship. I'm thinking it's probably started fast, but you got something and you know it, and you want to build a life together of your own. Just building a life together, getting a house together, building a life together, coordinating your schedules together, become a couple. okay, not necessarily married, but something's got to happen first. And you know, with the Tower, it's major arcana. It's not always, this is stuff in your hands. You guys have got the details. You kind of know this. It's in your hands. You're on fire for each other. You know you got it. You know you got it. And there's something in a way, but it's like you're not even going to have to do this. I mean, it's just going to come down, and that might be a moment of Towers. It's radical change that comes from outside forces. It's not when we quit the job; it's when the job quits us. It's not when we choose to quit the marriage; it's when the marriage quits us. That's different between major arcana, minor arcana. Minor arcana, we quit the job. Major arcana, the job quits us. Ding. So thank you, Capricorns. And Aquarius on the 20th of April, 2021. We are doing the quickies. Let's see what we got. Ten of Pentacles. This is a beautiful Ten of Pentacles, too. So this really looks like someone's very comfortable with their life. Aquarius, they're out walking their dog, talking to their friends in the morning, and, um, you know, comfortable. They don't really worry about anything. It could be somebody single. It could be kind of set in your ways. Um, you're definitely comfortable here. Energy. Um, in terms of relationship, you could either be single and have been for a while, or you could be in a very comfortable relationship and have been for a while. Hmm? Let's see what the question is. The Nine of Wands. Now, look at both of these guys here. The older man and the younger could be the father and son. But do they look like they do any work? They you know. Um, but then look, send the soldiers to war. And this is a lot of work. This is actions here, Nine of Wands. So, do you feel like you have to do a lot to keep this energy of being in the Ten of Pentacles? It takes a lot of work. Is it like stressing you out? This would be the relationship in order to keep it at this Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you have to carry a lot of the relationship, possibly even financially here. The Wheel of Fortune. Just missed it, Sag. So the Wheel of Fortune comes in. Now, your May reading won't be till next week, but this week's reading is up, and the end of the month is up for April, because you don't know how this is going to go, but it's going to go in your favor. Let me clarify one card, see if we get some guidance with Justice. So with the Wheel of Fortune and Justice here, whatever's burdening you here, something where you feel like you're having to do too much to maintain, I think it's going to be removed from your plate. Take that as it may. It may be a person, and it may involve. This could be, of course, the soul's choice being called up, justice to make that choice for ourselves. It's best for ourselves. It brings us into some alignment with our higher purpose, our goals and dreams and wishes and everything. Um, but here with the Wheel of Fortune, this is things outside your control. It surely feels to me like divorce, settlement, something like that, that has the outcome of freeing you up here, and it involves a judgment. Okay, this is it with your person, guys. Aquarius, thank you. Let me know if that resonates, Aquarius. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Appreciate you subscribing. Pisces, let's see what we got. We have a sip of coffee, Pisces. It's going to be for the 20th of April, 2021, Pisces. Love and relationship reading. And light and love, we ask Spirit to guide us here. Only in her highest good. Thank you. High Priestess. That's a Pisces. That's like a Pisces. It's better for a Pisces to be this than like the Emperor or King or Queen or something, I think. because this really suits you, Um, this is kind of you being all the Pisces you can be, meditating and um, being very emotional and feeling the emotional connection with everything, that oneness. I always make a joke like Sagittarius, we talk about nirvana, and Pisces actually experience it, through meditation. Um, but it's definitely channeling this side of yourself that's very receptive. It's the female magician. It could involve also manifestation. This is a love reading. Being highly intuitive, if nothing else, psychic, um, being open to tarot readings and input from the higher mind, right, and the unconscious, and intuition. Six awards. Six of Swords. So you're moving away from something. I'm not prepared to say with the High Priestess that it's a person. Well, I'm not prepared to say you're physically moving away. So mentally, if you're in a relationship, whether you're living with them or they're just on your mind, you're in some process of moving away from them mentally, and it's because you're getting in touch with this intuitive side in yourself. And the High Priestess is the fool starts the journey. When he hits the ground, he assesses his resources with the magician and the High Priestess to see, uh, you know, what can be made of life. And I think you're moving away from something here, a person, a pattern. Maybe this person, if you think about it, personifies a pattern that you've had, a mental pattern about relationships, about yourself. Um, but moving away would seem to free you up. Five of Cups, but it's going to be painful. Maybe that's why you don't want to do it. I said it's like maybe it's a process. This is a process of sort of mentally moving away before you emotionally deal with the moving away. You know, um, as you move away, then you have to deal with the emotional loss that comes with it. So even though you've intuited this is whatever's going on is not serving your highest good and does not serve your life's path. Very important, because this is, I don't know if you're a young person or you're just feeling that connection with your soul's purpose and your life path. But even if it is ends up being this Five of Cups energy, which is just terrible, um, know that it goes on. There's two cups are behind you. When you're ready, you can pick up and move on with your destiny, really. Aquarius. Thank you, guys. I'm starting to love this deck. Like helps a lot. Pisces, thank you, guys. And share and subscribe helps a lot. Let me know. Now, it won't be next week till the May's out, but Pisces, you already have the singles, the four pillars, and the couples heart spread up for this week and up for the end of April as well, which you can take a look at for guidance here if any of that makes sense to you. Thank you guys for joining us on the beach.